posted a video a couple of weeks ago talking about the 37 series I'm in the middle of, and I realized that I need to do something about it. So this video is my solution to that. So basically I'm gonna try and just finish as many series as I can. I have 4 different series on my mind that I want to focus on. The first series is the sable series by Rosie Danan. I really want to read the second book. I read The Roommate, which is the first book, a long time ago, and I have had this sitting on my physical TBR for years. So I think that it's time to finish it, and yeah, I honestly don't know if I'm gonna like it. I don't think that I'm gonna like it, but I honestly have not heard that many things about it, so we'll see. And then the other physical book that I have is The True Love Experiment by Christina Lauren. This is the second book in the soulmate equation duology. I don't know the name of that. No, I know the name. It's called DNA Duo. I'm really interested. I really love the soulmate equation. It's one of my favorite books. So I'm really curious to see how I will feel about it. The next series that I want to finish is the Vancouver Storm series by Stephanie Archer. I read the first book, which is Behind the Net, and I feel like it's a very hyped book. I did not like it. It wasn't for me. I didn't care about the romance. I didn't care about the characters. But then the second book came out and everyone was going crazy about it. And I'm curious to see because it is fake dating. And that's literally one of my favorite tropes. So I want to see how I will feel about it, and hopefully I'm gonna like it. And then the next book that I'm hoping that I'm gonna read is Sable by Devney Perry. This is the last book in the Eden series, and I have read every single book in that series except for Sable. And that's just crazy to me. So I really want to read that because it's a very big series, and I feel like it will feel great to just finish such a big series. I am on chapter 13, page 121. I am enjoying this, which I didn't expect. Look at all. I honestly thought that I wouldn't like it that much. I remember that I liked the first book, but I didn't love it. I didn't get the hype around it. I really liked the adult actor aspect of it because I haven't seen it in any other book. And honestly, even though I read that book kind of in the beginning of my reading journey, and obviously since then I have read a lot of books, I still have not seen it anywhere, which is kind of surprising, especially after the success of the first book, The Roommate. I thought that more authors would write about that, but apparently no. A bit quickly what this is about. This is about Naomi and Ethan. Naomi is a character that we meet in the first book, and she's a co-founder of Shameless, which is this business that we learn more about in the first book. I don't want to talk about it too much because maybe you have not read the first book, so you don't know what I'm talking about. And she also used to be an adult actress. And then we have Ethan, and Ethan is a rabbi, and he's basically the rabbi of the synagogue that is kind of low-key struggling. So he asks Naomi's help in order to attract more young people on the synagogue. Together they literally create this seminar in order for people to find love and create relationships. I'm really liking it. I feel like this is a romance, and so far I'm thinking that it's gonna be a slow burn, but at the same time I feel like I'm learning things because obviously this seminar happens and you see it happening, you see what they're doing, what they're learning, what they're saying, what they are talking about. It feels kind of like I'm learning things about how to figure out what I like, what I want, and stuff like that. I don't know if that makes any sense, but I'm enjoying it. I'm very much enjoying it. And also this is kind of soft boy and bad girl. He's definitely just kind of a golden retriever, I guess. I'm gonna read a tiny bit more, and then I'm probably gonna update you tomorrow morning so we can have better lighting, hopefully. It's the next day. I said that I would update you in the morning. Yeah, that did not happen. So it's nighttime now, and I have 60 pages left, and I'm actually enjoying it way too much. This is definitely soft boy and bad girl, I guess, and black cat and golden retriever, which I didn't know going into it. Yeah, I'm having so much fun. I'm loving the 2 characters and the journey that they go through, especially our female main character, how her character progresses through the book. I think that it's so well done. Our male main character, Ethan, he's so cute. He's adorable. He's just everything. Literally, he's so cute. I can't. I love him so much. He's literally such an incredible guy. He's such a nice guy, and I'm loving it. I love them together. I feel like this is 100% opposites attract. I have 60 pages left, so I'm gonna probably finish it tonight. And this time I will actually update you in the morning. It's the next morning. Big shocker because finally I said that I would update you in the morning and I actually did. Very proud of myself. But like I said, I ended up finishing The Intimacy Experiment by Rosie Danan. So that means that I am officially done with this duology. Out of the two, I think that I prefer this one. I liked it a lot. This is definitely not as heavy on the spice. I think this one was a lot more spicy than this. I feel like the story of this book was more interesting, was more different, and I don't know, I feel like the issues that it dealt with were more interesting to me, at least, because I feel like it still dealt with all of the issues that this book dealt with, but it had even more things. So I really enjoyed it. I don't know what I'm gonna give it. I'm thinking either a 4-star or like a 3.75. I'm gonna think about it and then I'm gonna let you know probably at the end of the video. But yeah, I really enjoyed it. I loved the characters. They were so fun. Something that I really enjoyed was the pacing. It felt like this is like a 300-page book, right? But it felt like you were reading a lot more, and it kind of reminded me of Helen Hong's writing, because Helen Hong also does this in the book. Like, they write 300-page books, which is, in the grand scheme of things, it's not like a crazy amount of pages, right? But I feel like they do a great job of just putting enough things in the book that you feel like you're with the characters for a long time, and just a lot of things are happening. It's not just boring, it's not just uneventful or anything, and by the end of the book you are so attached to the characters, and I love that. I feel like if an author can actually do that, that means that they are talented. Before this book, after reading just The Roommate, I wasn't that interested in reading more books from this author, but after The Intimacy Experiment, I'm thinking that I will keep an eye out for any new releases. I know that Rosie Danan released a new book on, I think, October 2023, and it was like Do Your Worst, I think. Now I low-key just want to go and read that book, even though I don't own it, but now I'm very curious to see how I will feel about that book. First series that it's done, even though it's like a duology, but I feel like it still counts, you know, it's a series, right? Now I need to figure out what I'm gonna read next. I have 3 books on my mind. I have it here. I could either read The True Love Experiment by Christina Lauren. This is the second book, again in a duology, a companion duology. The first book was a soulmate equation, and I really enjoyed that book. It's like 4.75 stars, and I am very interested about this book, but I feel like I just read a physical book. So I'm thinking of picking up something on my Kindle, and the 2 books that I have on my Kindle are the Sable Pig book, which is the last book in the Eden series by Devney Perry. The next one is The Fake Out, I think, by Stephanie Archer. I'm definitely more interested in The Fake Out. I feel like it's more so, it's fake dating, come on, like, what do you want me to do? It's my favorite trope for a reason. Like, so that definitely is attracting me a lot more, but at the same time I look, I just want to read the last book in the Eden series just to know that I finished a 6-book series, a 7-book series. It's a lot later. I am on chapter 13, page 80, which I'm just like, I'm flying through this book. Honestly, I'm genuinely flying through this book. And I did not see that one coming. I'm having so much fun. I am literally just laughing out loud. I'm smiling right now just thinking about it. I love them so much. They're so cute. Basically, we have Rory and Hazel. Rory is like the, what the heck? What is it? What? Ice skating? No, that's not it. Ice hockey. Well, is it hockey is an ice, right? Is there hockey that is not an ice? No, hockey, ice. Yeah, Rory is this huge hockey player, and Hazel is a physio at like his team. And Rory is basically just, he's very attracted to Hazel. She's like, I'm not gonna date hockey players, I just, no. A new player gets drafted, and that player is Hazel's ex. He was not a nice guy, he was not good. So Hazel and Rory end up making this deal to fake date each other in order to just annoy her ex and at the same time just keep him away. It's so good. It's everything that I want. I'm loving Rory. He's just like, Hazel is trying to just keep the distance and Rory's like, nope. He's so cute, and I love it when that happens in fake dating books, when one of the 2 characters, preferably the guy character, acting like it's true. It's not like fake. It's not just, you know, they're actually dating. It's so good. I'm just obsessed with it. I'm really enjoying the writing, which I knew that I liked Stephanie Archer's writing. I have read Not That Kind of Guy, and what's the second book in that series? Wrong Mr. Right? Something like that. And then obviously I have read the first book in this duology, Behind the Net. I really enjoyed the writing. I thought that it was very fast-paced, really entertaining. it kept me interested and it was very easy. So I knew that I liked the writing. The first 2 books that I read from the Queen's Cove series, I didn't love them. They were not bad, but they were like just good. And then Behind the Net, I did not like at all. I just no. So I was scared that this one was not gonna be for me. But so far it's going great. I'm really loving it. I will say in the first couple of chapters I was kind of confused because I do not remember a single thing about Behind the Net. So they were talking about some characters that you obviously meet in the first book, but I was like, I don't know who you are. I have zero clues about who you are. As chapters went by, I learned the characters and it's just most of the things get explained. So it's kind of like a small reminder from the first book. So yeah, right now I'm doing great. Yeah, I'm enjoying it a lot. I don't know when was the last time that I updated you, but right now I am on chapter 69, page 348 and 82% through the book. I have like less than 100 pages left, which is honestly, it's kind of like a lot. I am enjoying the book. I am having fun. I like the characters. I like the banter. It's one of my favorite things in this book. I'm definitely enjoying it, but it's just, I don't know why. It feels a bit long. You know, I feel like we have so many things that need to be resolved and I'm like, we have less than 100 pages left. When are we gonna do it? And also I feel like we could have resolved them already and it would have been great. And we could also have cut some pages of the book, you know? It could have been like a tiny bit shorter. It didn't need to be 500 pages. Well, okay, it's not like a 500 page book. It's like 428, but it's still quite a lot. My biggest complaint right now is that I feel like it's dragging out a tiny bit and also it's very spicy. I don't have like a problem with spice in books. I usually enjoy it most of the times at least, but for some reason in this book it feels kind of weird, I want to say. I don't know. I feel like we have more spice than we have like, I don't know, romance and like the development of their relationship at some points of the book. I don't know, it's just, it kind of feels like too much. I feel like we could have taken it down a tiny bit and it would have still be a really good book with spicy scenes, but yeah, I feel like it would have been a tiny bit better. Also, the last spicy scene that I read, I think there was like a chapter 67, I think. Yeah, that was a tiny bit questionable for me. I finished the fake out last night. I enjoyed it. I think I'm gonna give it like a 4 stars. I really liked the male main character. He was just incredible. I loved him. And I also really enjoyed that there wasn't like a third act breakup. Like my 2 complaints with that book is, first of all, I thought that the spice was just too much. And secondly, I thought that it could have been shorter. It was way too long for what it was and what happened in the book. So I think that it could have been shorter. Now, in other news today, I started Jasper Vale. I am 35% in chapter 15, actually, which is page 119. The good thing is that it's only 350 pages, I think, so at least it's not that long. But yeah, I'm not enjoying it. It's the last book in the Eden series by Devney Perry. I like this series. I enjoy this series. I would recommend them, especially if you are in a reading slump or you just need something fast-paced that will just make you want to keep reading. But none of the books just, I don't know. I feel like with every single book something is missing, or I'm just not as connected as I would hope that I was. Okay, here's the thing. With the other books, I was excited to read them. With this book, I wasn't. I started it like a while ago, a couple of months ago, and I just put it down. And now, picking it back up, I started from the beginning because I didn't remember anything. I am remembering why I put it down. It's not. I don't love the characters. I don't care about the characters. And I think that it's just, I don't know, that might be preference, but personally I prefer if the guy really wants her and the girl's like, no, I don't want you, I don't want to be with you. This book is not that. In this book I would say that she's like, oh, I want you, and he's like, no, I don't want you. And then something happens and then he's like, oh my god, do I want her? And I'm like, no, I don't like that. So yeah, I'm not having the time of my life and I'm actually very bored. But I'm gonna keep going and I'm hoping that I'm gonna finish it pretty soon. I am 51% through the book, chapter 21. I'm not having fun. I do not think that they should end up together. Something about the writing doesn't show me that, oh, they're meant to be or something. Maybe I'm being a tiny bit harsh because remembering the other books, I didn't feel like the characters in the other books should end up together. Like I wasn't that attached to them. But with this one, it's not that I don't care. It's like, I literally don't think that they should end up together. I don't see it. I don't see the romance. I don't see the attraction. For me, I see Vera, which is the female main character, trying to accomplish something, and she has like a goal that she wants to achieve. I'm not obviously gonna tell you what that goal is, but she has that goal. And then we have Matteo, which is our male main character. He wasn't interested in her, but then out of a sudden he finds out that she is interested in him, and he's like, I need her, I want her, I like her. And it's not what I want in a book. I don't like it. I really don't. And I think that it could have been done a tiny bit better. It literally was like he flipped a switch and he was like, oh my god, she likes me, wait, I like her and I didn't know about it. And just, no, I don't like that. I really just wanted to finish. I don't care about the goal that she's trying to achieve, so I don't care about her as a character necessarily, and I don't care about Matteo. And it's just I'm reading it for the sake of finishing the series right now. At this point, I'm literally reading it for the sake of finishing the series. I don't know if it's gonna get better. I'm hoping that it does, but I don't see that happening. I have like 50% left. I'm hoping that I'm gonna finish it tonight, because honestly, I don't want to spend another day on it. Like, I really don't. Welcome to the final book of this video, and that book is The True Love Experiment by Christina Lauren. This is the second book in the soulmate equation kind of duology, and I'm really excited actually, because I love the setting of this book. It sounds so intriguing. It's basically, she's a romance author and she goes on this, like, I want to say dating show, kind of like The Bachelorette. That's what I'm having on my mind. And she ends up falling in love with the producer of the show, the creator of the show, whatever you want to call it. I really want to love this book, and I'm hoping that I will love this book, but yeah, we'll see. I am on chapter 31, page 235, and I'm having so much fun. This is so good. This video is literally me enjoying the next book in the series way more than me enjoying the first one. I am so glad that I'm enjoying this. I was literally so scared, because I love Fizzy. Like, her character in the first book was so fun, so I was actually really scared that I was not gonna like her in this one, and that I would not like the book. But no, I don't know why, but this is hitting. Even though like other Christina Lauren books that I have read after The True Love Experiment did not hit. I read recently The Charm Offensive, and that's kind of like a similar setting to this book, but I feel like this book is doing it the way that I expected it. I love how this book is doing the whole like bachelorette kind of show, and I love how the two main characters, we see their chemistry, we see their attractions. I really love it. I really do. I'm having so much fun. I will say the beginning felt like a tiny bit slow for me, but right now it's going so fast. So yeah, things are looking great. I have officially finished 4 different series, and I am so excited about it. I really want to like try and finish even more series, because I don't know, there's something very accomplishing when you finish a series, especially if it's a series that you have started years ago. So yeah, let's talk about the books that I read. So the first book is The Intimacy Experiment, and it's the second book in the Sable series by Rosie Danan. I read the first book, The Roommate, a long time ago, and I didn't love it, but this was very surprising because I really enjoyed this book. I gave it 4 stars and I highly recommend it. I prefer it from the first book, and this is making me want to read more Rosie Danan books. Then I read The Fake Out, which I think that I'm gonna give 3.75. I like it more than Behind the Net, but it still wasn't amazing for me. I think that the spice was so overpowering that I was like, can we dial it down a bit? Yeah, it was kind of like too much, but I did really enjoy the writing way more, and I'm looking forward to more books in that series actually, to learn more about the characters. I'm hoping that they're gonna get better and better. And then I read Sable Peak by Devney Perry, which is the last book in the Eden series. So now I have officially read every single book, every single novella in that series, which is honestly very accomplishing because it is like a pretty long series. I gave it 2.75. It was not like for me. I did not like it. I was bored with so many things about that book. Like there wasn't a single thing that just kept me interested. I didn't care about the female main character. I didn't care about the male main character. I did not like him. I did not like her. I didn't care about their hobbies or like their side plots. It wasn't for me, which is fine. You know, not every single book is gonna be perfect for me. And then the last book that I read was The True Love Experiment by Christina Lauren. I am so happy that I finally read this book. I ended up giving it 4.5. It was such a cute book, such a cute rom-com. I really enjoyed the writing. I really enjoyed the characters. I loved the progression of the romance, which I was very scared of because I feel like the plot of this book is very interesting and very kind of like different from what I'm used to, at least. I haven't seen like a lot of books with this plot, and I was very interested, and I think that it was done so amazingly well. I loved it. I love the humor in this book. I think that Christina Lauren did like an amazing job with this book. So yeah, those are all of the books that I read in this video. We finished 4 different series, which is crazy to say, and I found like some new fave books, and that's amazing. That's literally all that you can ask for. But yeah, that's all I had to say, and I hope that I will see you in my next video. Bye.